Welcome, everyone, to today's podcast on masterful meditation techniques specifically tailored for mental illness and anxiety relief. I'm Speaker One Name.
And I'm Speaker Two Name. We're excited to guide you through these powerful practices that can help you manage your mental health and find a sense of calm.
Our first technique focuses on the natural irregularity of your breath. Don't try to control it. Simply observe. Acknowledge the moments of tension and release without judgment. This cultivates acceptance of your inner experience.
And this acceptance is key, right? It mirrors the acceptance needed for managing mental health challenges like anxiety, depression, and even OCD. It's about meeting yourself where you are.
Exactly. Next, let's talk about cultivating compassion. Extend feelings of warmth, kindness, and compassion towards yourself. Acknowledge your struggles and offer understanding instead of criticism.
This one is so important, especially for those struggling with depression, anxiety, or low self-esteem. Then gradually expand this compassion to loved ones, then neutral individuals, and finally, challenging figures. It's a ripple effect of kindness.
Now, let's move on to body scanning. Slowly scan your body, noticing sensations without attempting to change them. Acknowledge tension, pain, or discomfort with acceptance and gentle curiosity.
This practice really helps to disconnect from anxiety-driven thoughts and reconnect with bodily sensations. It's incredibly beneficial for anxiety, PTSD, and even chronic pain management.
What about those spiraling thoughts? When caught in a cycle of negative thoughts, gently guide your attention back to your breath or a chosen mantra. Acknowledge the thoughts without judgment, viewing them as clouds passing in the sky.
That's a powerful image. This helps break the rumination cycle common in depression, anxiety, and OCD. It's about creating space between you and your thoughts.
Another great technique is finding an anchor. Identify a physical sensation, like your feet on the floor, or a mental image, like a calming scene, that anchors you in the present moment.
Yes, return to this anchor whenever anxiety arises, using it as a refuge from overwhelming thoughts. This is fantastic for generalized anxiety disorder and panic attacks. It's your safe space you can access anytime.
Finally, consider integrating gentle movement with your meditation practice. Mindful walking or stretching allows you to channel excess energy and reduce feelings of restlessness.
This is particularly helpful for those with anxiety and ADHD.
Welcome, everyone, to today's session on mindful meditation. We'll be exploring techniques specifically tailored to alleviate anxiety, restless leg syndrome, and ADHD symptoms.
And for those of you dealing with depression, trauma, or low self-esteem, we'll also touch upon strategies to cultivate inner strength and resilience. Let's begin.
Our first exercise focuses on connecting with your inner resources. Close your eyes gently and visualize your courage, your resilience, or perhaps a deep sense of wisdom within you.
Imagine drawing upon these strengths during challenging moments. Feel that sense of inner security building within you, a solid foundation to lean on.
Next, let's shift our focus to gratitude. Even in difficult times, there are small things we can appreciate. A warm cup of tea, a sunny day, a kind word from a friend.
Take a moment to identify 3 things you're grateful for right now. Allow this sense of appreciation to fill you, fostering a sense of resilience and hope.
Now, let's visualize a future where you feel calmer, stronger, and more at peace. Engage all your senses in creating a vivid and positive image of yourself thriving.
Reinforce your belief in your ability to heal and grow. Feel the positive energy of this vision permeating your being.
For our listeners struggling with generalized anxiety disorder or panic disorder, let's try a breathing exercise. Focus intently on the sensation of each breath entering and leaving your body.
Notice the rise and fall of your chest and abdomen. Anchor your mind in the present moment, gently guiding it away from runaway thoughts. Breathe in and breathe out.
If you experience tension in your body, let's try body scan meditation. Systematically bring awareness to different parts of your body. Welcome, everyone, to today's journey of self-discovery. we're going to explore techniques to soothe anxiety, lift depression, and boost self-esteem. Let's begin by creating a vivid mental sanctuary.
Imagine a place where you feel utterly safe and peaceful. It could be a beach, a forest, a cozy room. Engage all your senses. What do you see? Hear? Smell? Feel the textures around you. Allow yourself to be completely immersed in this feeling of security and calm.
Now, let's shift our focus to the present moment. Life is inherently uncertain, and that's okay. Instead of fighting it, let's accept it. Breathe in, acknowledging the uncertainty. Breathe out, releasing the anxiety it creates.
That's right. And now, let's turn our attention to gratitude. Think about the things in your life, however small, for which you are thankful. A warm cup of coffee, a sunny day, a kind word from a friend. Focus on these positive aspects to shift your perspective.
Throughout the day, pay attention to those small moments of pleasure and satisfaction. The taste of your favorite food, the warmth of a hug, the beauty of sunset. Savor these moments, allowing them to enhance your capacity for experiencing positive emotions.
And remember to practice self-kindness. Treat yourself with the same compassion and understanding you would offer a dear friend. Acknowledge your suffering without judgment. You are doing your best, and that is enough.
Let's gently connect with our bodies now. Engage in some gentle stretching or a walking meditation. Pay attention to the sensations in your body, increasing self-awareness and reducing feelings of disconnect. Feel your feet on the ground, the air on your skin.
For those dealing with past trauma, let's ground ourselves in the present moment using our 5 senses. What do you see? What sounds do you hear? What scents are present? What can you taste? What do you feel when you touch something? This will help you connect with the here and now.
Now, let's recall past experiences of safety, strength, and comfort. Focus on these memories, cultivating a sense of inner resilience. Remember those times when you felt strong and capable. Hold on to that feeling.
Finally, consider incorporating gentle movement and mindfulness practices specifically tailored to address your individual needs and experiences. There are resources available to guide you.
Thank you for joining us on this journey. Remember, finding inner peace and strength is a continuous process. Be patient with yourself and celebrate every small victory. Until next time, take care. Welcome, everyone, to today's session. We'll be exploring meditation techniques specifically designed to help manage mental illness and anxiety. Remember, these are tools to supplement, not replace professional care.
That's right. Always consult with a mental health professional for diagnosis and treatment. Let's start slowly and adjust the intensity based on your comfort level. First, we'll focus on extending compassion.
Exactly. Let's cultivate feelings of compassion and kindness towards ourselves and others. This fosters a sense of connection and reduces feelings of isolation, something particularly helpful for those struggling with PTSD or complex PTSD.
Think about offering yourself the same understanding you would offer a friend. Acknowledge your struggles without judgment. Now, let's shift our focus to grounding ourselves in the present moment. We'll do this through mindful walking.
Excellent suggestion. As you walk, pay close attention to the sensations. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice the movement of your body. Anchor your mind to these physical sensations. This can be incredibly effective for managing general anxiety and depression.
Really feel the connection to the earth beneath you. If your mind wanders, gently guide it back to the sensation of walking. Next, we'll address resentment and anger.
Yes. Letting go of resentment and anger towards oneself and others is crucial for emotional healing and finding peace. Imagine releasing these burdens with each exhale.
It's a process, not a one-time event. Be patient with yourself. Now, let's move towards cultivating a balanced perspective.
This involves accepting both positive and negative emotions without judgment. Acknowledge your feelings without getting carried away by them. Remember, all emotions are valid.
Think of emotions as waves, rising and falling. Observe them, but don't get swept away. Finally, let's try focusing on our breath.
Focusing on the physical sensation of breath can be a grounding anchor amidst anxious thoughts. Notice the rise and fall of your chest or abdomen. The breath is always with you, a constant point of reference.
And if you find your mind wandering, and it will gently bring your attention back to your breath, it's okay. There's no need to judge. These are all valuable tools for managing mental illness and anxiety. Remember to practice them regularly and always prioritize professional mental health care.
Welcome, everyone, to today's mindfulness session. If you're feeling overwhelmed or experiencing a panic attack, know that you're not alone. And this practice is designed to help you find your center again.
Let's begin by focusing on our breath. Just notice the rise and fall of your abdomen, your chest, and even your shoulders. There's no need to change anything. Simply observe.
Now, we'll move into a body scan. Gently bring your attention to different parts of your body, noticing any tension you might be holding. Start with your toes and slowly move upwards.
As you scan, if you find tension, breathe into that area. Imagine the breath softening and releasing the tightness. Pay special attention to your jaw, shoulders, and hips, common areas for holding stress.
Next, let's cultivate some self-compassion. Acknowledge any difficult emotions that are present. It's okay to feel what you're feeling. There's no need for judgment.
Imagine you're offering kindness and understanding to yourself, just as you would to a dear friend. What words of comfort would you offer? Repeat them silently to yourself now.
Let's incorporate some gentle movement. Slowly stretch your arms overhead, breathing in as you reach and exhale as you lower them, or perhaps a gentle neck roll, noticing any sensations in your neck and shoulders.
Remember, there's no striving for perfection here. Simply connect the movement with your breath and notice what your body is telling you.
Now, let's address those intrusive thoughts. Imagine them as clouds passing in the sky. Acknowledge their presence, but don't get entangled in them. Let them drift on by.
They are just thoughts, not necessarily facts. You are the sky, vast and spacious, and these thoughts are merely temporary visitors.
Let's acknowledge any negative emotions that may be present. Imagine planting a seed of hope within yourself and nurturing it with self-compassion.
Water that seed with kindness. Give it sunlight with self-acceptance. Even the smallest seed can grow into something strong and resilient.
Now let's engage in a loving kindness meditation, focusing on building self-worth through affirmations. Repeat after me. May I be filled with kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful. May I be at ease.
Embrace your strengths and acknowledge your imperfections with kindness. You are worthy of love and acceptance, just as you are.
Finally, let's practice grounding ourselves in the present moment. This is especially useful if you're experiencing flashbacks or dissociation.
Engage your 5 senses. What do you see around you? What do you hear? What can you touch?
Welcome to Mindful Matters, the podcast dedicated to exploring the power of meditation for mental wellness. I'm your host, Sarah.
And I'm Mark. Today, we're diving into specific meditation techniques tailored to address anxiety, negative thoughts, and emotional distress. Remember, these are complementary tools, and seeking professional help is always encouraged.
Exactly, Mark. Let's start with emotional states. Mindfulness allows us to explore feelings like anger, grief, and shame without judgment. It's about observing, not absorbing.
One technique is to simply sit with the emotion. Notice where you feel it in your body. Is it a tightness in your chest? A clenching in your jaw? Acknowledge it without trying to change it.
And acceptance is key. These feelings are part of the human experience. It's okay to feel them. The goal isn't to eliminate negative emotions, but to change our relationship with them.
Moving on to communication. Mindfulness can significantly improve how we interact with others. It starts with tuning into both internal and external cues.
Active listening is crucial. Pay attention not just to the words being spoken, but also to the tone of voice, body language, and underlying emotions. Put yourself in their shoes.
And when expressing yourself, aim for clarity and kindness. Pause, take a breath, and choose your words carefully. Avoid accusatory language, and focus on expressing your needs and feelings.
Now, let's discuss sleep. So many people struggle with racing thoughts and insomnia. Mindfulness and relaxation techniques can be incredibly helpful.
A guided body scan is a fantastic tool. Start by lying down comfortably and bringing your awareness to your toes. Notice any sensations: warmth, tingling, tension. Slowly move your attention up your body, one part at a time.
Visualization can also be very effective. Imagine a peaceful scene, a beach, a forest, a mountaintop. Engage all your senses. What do you see, hear, smell, feel? Let the imagery soothe you.
Finally, let's tackle those pesky negative thought patterns. Mindful awareness allows us to identify cognitive distortions, those unhelpful ways of thinking that fuel anxiety and depression.
For example, all or nothing thinking, where you see things as black and white, or catastrophizing, where you assume the worst possible outcome. Once you identify these patterns, you can begin to challenge them.
Reframe the thought. Instead of, "I always fail," try, "I've had setbacks in the past, but I've also had successes. What can I learn from this experience?"
Remember, these are just examples. The specifics of each meditation should be tailored to your individual needs and experience. Welcome to today's session, dedicated to nurturing your emotional well-being. We'll explore techniques to soothe anxiety, process trauma, and find inner peace. Let's begin by bringing awareness to your body, noticing sensations without judgment. Speaker 2, can you guide us?
Certainly. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable, and systematically bring your awareness to each part of your body. Start with your toes, noticing any sensations there, perhaps tingling, warmth, or coolness. Simply observe without needing to change anything.
Now, move your attention up to your feet, then your ankles, calves, and so on. As you scan your body, identify any areas of tension. Perhaps your shoulders are tight, or your jaw is clenched.
With each exhale, gently release that tension. Imagine it melting away, like ice under the sun. This practice is especially helpful for anxiety, depression, and chronic pain.
Next, let's address negative self-criticism. We often treat ourselves far more harshly than we would ever treat a friend. Try replacing those negative thoughts with kind, understanding words. Imagine a loving friend offering support and encouragement. What would they say to you right now?
This can be transformative for depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. Remember, you deserve kindness and compassion, especially from yourself.
Now, let's create a mental sanctuary. Imagine a place where you feel calm, safe, and protected. It could be a real place you visited or an entirely imagined one.
Engage all your senses. What do you see? What sounds do you hear? Are there any smells? What textures do you feel? Perhaps you can even taste something soothing. This sanctuary is your refuge, especially beneficial for anxiety, PTSD, and trauma.
Sometimes, physical movement can help release pent-up energy and anchor you in the present. Gentle, repetitive movements like walking, hand gestures, or yoga poses can be incredibly grounding. Feel the rhythm of your body.
This is a wonderful tool for managing anxiety, depression, and even ADHD. Find what movement resonates with you.
Our thoughts and worries can often feel overwhelming. Let's visualize them drifting away. Imagine your worries as clouds drifting away on the wind, or leaves falling from a tree.
Accept the impermanence of thoughts and feelings. They come and go, like waves in the ocean. This practice is helpful for anxiety, especially generalized anxiety disorder.
Now let's shift our focus to gratitude. Take a moment to focus on the things you're grateful for, both big and small. Perhaps it's the roof over your head, a loving relationship, or simply the warmth of the sun on your skin.
This shifts your perspective towards positivity and appreciation, which is incredibly beneficial for depression, anxiety, and low mood.
Acknowledging our welcome, everyone, to today's session focusing on mental well-being. We're going to explore how meditation can be a tool for managing anxiety and finding inner peace. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mark. Remember, we're offering suggestions here, not replacements for professional advice. If you're struggling, please reach out to a qualified therapist.
Absolutely, Mark. Today, let's start by reflecting on what truly matters to you. Take a moment to consider your core values. What principles guide your life? How can you align your actions with these values to increase your sense of purpose?
That's a powerful starting point, Sarah. A lot of anxiety stems from feeling disconnected from what we truly believe in. Once you identify your values, consider small, actionable steps you can take each day to honor them.
Now let's move on to developing techniques for managing overwhelming feelings. It's important to acknowledge that these feelings are a normal part of the human experience.
Right. And a key technique is practicing acceptance of the present moment without judgment. This doesn't mean you have to like what's happening, but rather acknowledge its existence without resistance.
Exactly. A simple practice is to focus on your breath. For the next minute, just notice the sensation of breathing, the rise and fall of your chest, the coolness of the inhale, the warmth of the exhale. Imagine your breath as a gentle wave, coming and going.
That's a great visualization, Sarah. Grounding yourself in the present moment through your breath reduces the power of anxious thoughts about the future or regrets about the past. The breath is always with you, a constant anchor.
Let's move on to observing and acknowledging difficult emotions. Mindfully observe these emotions without trying to suppress or change them. What does the emotion feel like in your body? What do you sense it?
This can be challenging, and it's crucial to proceed with caution. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's best to seek professional guidance. But with practice, this mindful observation can lead to a deeper understanding and acceptance of your inner world.
Remember, meditation is a tool that can support your mental well-being. Adapt the language and imagery to suit your individual needs and preferences. It's about finding what resonates with you and empowers you on your journey.
And most importantly, never hesitate to seek professional help when necessary. Meditation is a wonderful complement to therapy and medication, but it's not a replacement. Take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Welcome to the Anxiety Relief Zone. Today, we're diving deep into practical techniques to help you manage anxiety and cultivate inner peace. Let's start with progressive relaxation, a simple yet powerful tool.
Exactly. It's all about bringing awareness to your body, noticing where you hold tension, and releasing it with each exhale. Think of it as a gentle scan from your toes to the top of your head. Are you ready to begin?
Absolutely. Now let's move on to another crucial aspect, managing that inner critic. Often, anxiety is fueled by negative self-talk. What kind of things are you telling yourself?
Right. Identifying those negative self-talk patterns is the first step. The key is to replace them with kind, supportive, and realistic affirmations. Treat yourself as you would a dear friend. Self-compassion is a game changer.
Next, we'll explore visualization. Imagine a place where you feel completely safe, calm, and protected. It could be a real place or one you create in your mind.
Engage all your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? This safe haven becomes your go-to mental escape when anxiety starts to creep in.
Now, let's face something fundamental. Life is uncertain. A big part of anxiety comes from trying to control the uncontrollable. Our next technique focuses on accepting this uncertainty.
Yes, it's about letting go of the need for control and embracing the present moment, whatever it may bring. Practice saying to yourself, I am safe in this moment, even amidst uncertainty.
Building on this theme, let's talk about self-compassion. Acknowledge your difficult emotions without judgment. Recognize that we all struggle.
Exactly. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you'd offer to someone else in distress. Remember, you're human.
And of course, we can't ignore the power of cognitive reframing. Anxiety often stems from negative automatic thoughts. Let's learn how to challenge them.
Identify those thoughts, question their validity, and replace them with more balanced and realistic perspectives. It's like retraining your brain to think more positively.
Now, what happens when a panic attack hits? Here's a grounding technique you can use immediately. Focus on your senses.
Pay attention to the sensory details around you. Sights, sounds, smells, tastes, textures. This anchors you in the present moment and helps interrupt the cycle of fear and hyperventilation.
Another powerful technique is practicing self-forgiveness and forgiveness of others. Holding on to resentment can fuel anxiety.
Acknowledge past hurts and release the associated negative emotions.
Welcome, everyone, to today's meditation session. We'll be exploring mindfulness techniques designed to bring you into the present moment and foster a sense of peace.
That's right. Our focus today is on appreciating the positive aspects of our lives, extending loving kindness, and incorporating gentle movement into our mindful practice.
Let's start by focusing on the positive. Take a moment to think about something, no matter how small, that brings you joy or gratitude. It could be anything from a warm cup of coffee to a sunny day.
Allow yourself to really feel that positivity. Notice how it affects your body, your breath, and your overall sense of well-being. This simple act can significantly shift your outlook.
Now, let's move on to loving kindness. Close your eyes gently and bring to mind someone you care about. Silently repeat these phrases, directing them towards that person. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you be at ease.
Next, direct those same phrases towards yourself. It's often harder to extend kindness to ourselves, but it's crucial for self-acceptance and compassion. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I be at ease.
Finally, let's gently incorporate some movement. Begin by slowly rotating your wrists and ankles. Notice any tension in your body and breathe into those areas, allowing the tension to release.
You can also gently stretch your neck from side to side or roll your shoulders forward and back. Remember to move mindfully, paying attention to the sensations in your body.
As we conclude this session, carry this mindfulness with you throughout your day. Remember to appreciate the small positives. Extend kindness to yourself and others, and incorporate gentle movement whenever you need to release tension.
And a quick reminder, if you're experiencing